you can just begin to relax. Close your eyes. And follow your breathing. We're gonna have a little bit of ocean sounds in the background. I don't know if you can hear it. So just take a deep breath in and breathe out. And just do that a couple of more times. And begin to mimic the sound of every breath. The breath naturally becomes a little bit deeper, slower, without us having to manipulate it in any way. And as the breath becomes slower and deeper, the body also follows, becoming more relaxed, more open. So for this healing, I invite all of our spirit guides, ancestors, angels and archangels, working for our protection, support, to help us in our spiritual process and in our lives. And if you have someone else that you would like to invite to this healing in heart, in spirit, in energy, you can do that too. It could be a pet, someone passed away, it can be a friend or a family member. You can just gently think of them for a second and then let it go. Yesterday was the feast of Saint Francis of Assisi. A saint who is very fond of nature and animals. So I'm inviting him in spirit to join us in this meditation today, in this healing session. And also the energy of Mother Earth and all of its beings. And ask for the session to help nurture our connection to nature. connection to life in all its forms, shapes, colors, sizes, and differences. To remember, to revive that connection, that which connects all of us, regardless of apparent dissimilarities. So we invite a lot of compassion, a lot of love, and ask for help to see or feel this unity that is ever present, eternal, one. This unity naturally extends to you. You are not separate from nature. You are not separate from this love. You are this love. You are nature. And so I also ask for this energy today and from our helpers, beings that join us in this meditation, to help mend, to help heal, to help us realize the suffering we feel from believing the illusion that we are separate. And to uncover the truth underneath. That we were just mistaken. And we allow the fact that life can still have problems that needs to be solved. Maybe even some effort is needed. But fundamentally, we see that everything is as it should be. That everything is fine. And fundamentally, we have nothing to worry about. can imagine that we're sitting together, all of us, on chairs in a big circle, in a large room, high ceiling, big panoramic glass windows or ceiling. And there's a huge bright golden light shining from above, down from the circle, on you, on the people sitting next to you and in front of you, and into the middle of the circle. You're sitting there comfortably and enjoying the energy that you feel swirling around inside you. Peaceful, calming energy. But even then, there might be something that doesn't feel perfect. There might be something that still bothers you. If you feel that there is anger or hatred, fury, rage, frustration, from light to more severe, I'd like you to, in this circle where you're sitting, visualize that you're taking these feelings, these thoughts, out of your heart, out of your mind. You can visualize that you're putting your hand on your head and kind of grabbing some form of shape. You're grabbing the thought in whatever form, color, texture, weight, scale. You're simply grabbing them from your head, from your heart, or anywhere else that you feel they are hanging out in your body, or in your energy field. So you're picking all of these harsher feelings, feelings of anger and hatred, of separation, and you're putting them in your lap. So simply keep picking these thoughts and feelings out until you feel that you've picked everything. All of those, all of the anger, all of the hatred. You can still feel it maybe, but they're now lying in your lap, in your hands on your lap. Instead of shuffling these feelings over to the person sitting next to you, thinking that we somehow can throw these feelings away because we don't like them and it's someone else's problem because they did or said something or didn't say or do something. And that's triggered in us those feelings. So they should have them. I should give them back. But then the other person on the other side would give you their anger and hatred. So we would always end up with the same amount or more. So instead of doing that, just hold these thoughts, feelings, objects in your hands. Hold them however feel most comfortable, where you feel safe to hold them and observe them. And as you hold them on your lap in front of yourself, begin to see how this amazing, brilliant light coming down from the sky through the ceiling, through the glass, into the middle of the room and spreading beautifully, emanating golden, healing energy onto your hands and onto this pile of objects, of feelings, of thoughts, of anger, of hatred. And the illusion that we are separated from one another. And just keep breathing. And because you see that this golden light seems to be changing the way that those feelings feel, the way those objects look. They seem to take on a more tender, vulnerable appearance. You might also feel more compassionate towards them and start to understand what they actually are. So for a little while now, you sit there on the chair next to the other people in this group, together with this light, healing energy pouring in, and just feel and observe, and let that light guide you. As you go deeper into meditation, you might notice that some of those objects are changing form. Maybe they fall out of your hands, or fly away, or disintegrate, or fly back into your body or soul. Allow that. Allow them to do what they need to do. Use a safe space to let go of control. With the guidance of this energy, you're safe to let go. If you start to feel that all of the objects in your hands, all those thoughts and feelings that you took out, that they have changed, maybe disappeared, maybe went back, you can simply let your hands rest. Take a moment to feel gratitude, love for all those parts, all parts of you. Even the ones that you thought didn't bring any value. Even the ones you thought weren't right to think or feel. But everything plays a part. Everything has value. If you want to stay in this meditation, feel free to do so. It can be a good idea to meditate by yourself for a few more minutes and then reflect on what this experience meant for you. And how you're feeling now after.